Welcome to the Arts and Sciences Symposium at JSU. We are especially glad to have all of our guests here from Mumford. I hope you enjoy the talks today and get an idea for some of the research that goes on in the different departments in Arts and Sciences. I know that you're here possibly for the Alabama Academy of Science papers and work that's been done there, but we really want you to get a picture of JSU and all of the different disciplines where research is going on, and we hope that you strongly consider JSU when you look for your choice of a college. Our first speaker of the day is Angela Marino. She's going to give a talk in political science. That's not her major, but she did a paper that her faculty member asked her to come and present. She's an undergraduate, and the title of her paper is Germany's Political Revolutions: Population, Resource Management, Security, and Information and Knowledge.
Thank you. Good morning. The 7 revolutions of Germany, basically what the 7 revolutions are is it's looking at the different aspects of a country, like she mentioned, population, resource management, government, economics, and those types of things, basically to determine the overall status of the country, its kind of its success level. The first one that I'm going to be talking about is population. The population of Germany has actually been decreasing over time, which is kind of different than most countries in terms of present day. A little background on Germany. It became the official title of the Republic of Germany in 1990, and the government is the presidential and parliamentary system. The most popular professions in Germany are public services, such as education and medical affairs, trade and food services, manufacturing, and real estate. And a fact that I thought was particularly interesting was that right now, Germany's unemployment percent is 5.5%, which is a really low number because during the recession, we saw numbers at 10% in other countries. Like I said earlier, the population has been decreasing. In 1950, Germany had the 7th largest population, and now they've decreased to the 26th largest in terms of internationally. After World War II, Germany became a nation of immigrants to fill workers' shortages, and many natives returned to Germany after the fall of the Iron Curtain. After they tore down the Berlin Wall, and they've been trying to kind of make sure West Germany and East Germany are in the equal in terms of like education and jobs and success, but they really haven't become equal yet. The average income in West Germany is 28,000 euros, and in East Germany, their average income is only 15,000 euros. So basically, West Germany is twice as affluent as East Germany. Because of this, when many people become working age, they migrate from East Germany to West Germany. Germany's overall population is 80 million. 74% of these people are urban. And there's not a lot of diversity in Germany. 91% of them are from German ancestry. In terms of religion, 34% are Protestant, 34% are Catholic, and the remaining percents are either Muslim or non-denominational or atheist. Another main reason why the net population is decreasing is immigration. People are immigrating out of Germany, and there are more deaths than births currently. In terms of resource management, this has actually been an area that Germany's been very successful in. Their main products are coal. They're number 1 in the world in terms of producing brown coal, which is used for energy. Also salt and energy-rich anthracite, lumber, steel, automobiles, electrical equipment. Those are all of their main exports. And then one of their goals currently is they want to be totally functioning on renewable energy by the year 2050. And in order for this to occur, some steps that they are taking are they are trying to end nuclear power by the year 2022. And they're thinking of replacing it with shale gas. But that's kind of a controversy because the way that they would be attaining shale gas would be through fracking. And in terms of renewable energy, they're going to try and focus mainly on wind, hydropower, and solar power, with wind being their most available resource on the North Sea. Some of the environmental concerns that they are battling currently are problems that countries are battling worldwide, such as pollution, and then sewage and other contamination in their water sources, as well as their forests are being destroyed by acid rain, which is a particular problem because a lot of their exports are lumber. And then in terms of managing their resource usage, it's monitored at all levels, like the federal, district, and local levels. The next revolution is security. And I guess when I was researching Germany, I kind of had the stereotype in mind of kind of like World War II and Hitler and kind of that brutal stereotype. And Germany has actually come a long way since then, and they are now more focused on peace. They recently became a member of the UN Security Council, which is a really big honor. And then they're also trying to maintain isolation and not get involved in other countries' wars while still protecting their citizens at home. And their main tactic is negotiation. They would like to use that over force, and they've also recently cut their defense budget. And right now, they can only, their law is that they can only deploy 14,000 troops in 5 countries at one time. And so their national armed forces is about 196,000, which if you compare that to the U.S. military, that's a lot lower than what we have. And then also in terms of internal security, they have been restricting arms so that it's harder for you to obtain arms. And also their police forces, they've kind of combined police and intelligence. So it would be the equivalent of combining police and CIA here in America. And also some of the people, a lot of the security is privatized. So in order to decrease the number of unemployed and welfare, a lot of the times the people that they have working as security officers are those who were unemployed and not very motivated. So that's a little bit of a concern because those are the people that are protecting your people, are the ones that do not have a lot of background in security. And the last revolution that I will be covering today is information and knowledge. And this was the one that was of particular interest to me because I'm a communication major, so I was really interested in their freedom of speech. So after World War II, they made it a goal they didn't want to have any more genocide, and they wanted to definitely be democratic. So as a result of this, they outlawed things such as Hitler's autobiography, Mein Kampf, any kind of Nazi symbols, paraphernalia. You cannot be a member of a neo-Nazi party, and there was no, they didn't recognize any communist parties as well. And so they've also narrowed their freedom of speech. Their freedom of speech laws are, they're easier to apply in terms of criminals. So they're so broad that they could charge you with a crime based on general language. And they also, some other things that they've narrowed are, they've narrowed protests, press freedoms, and they've also began wiretapping and surveying finances. Press freedoms, it is a limit on press monopolies that one corporation cannot own more than 40% of newspapers. And then something that I thought was particularly interesting was their education system. Education is free for all children up to the ages of 18, and then after that you have the option of either going to college or a vocational school. But you do have to pursue further education in one of those areas. And this is the system in West Germany, and they're trying to put it into effect in East Germany as well. to lower the education disparity. A couple of problems with the current education system is that women and international students are underrepresented, but at the same time, 91% of their population is of German descent. So in conclusion, some concerns would be the population. While it's not a problem right now, it could be a problem later on that there are more deaths than births, so basically their population is decreasing. The resource management is very well. Like I said, they're trying to go completely off of renewable energy, which I think should be a standard for other nations as well. They do need more freedom of speech, because if you narrow that later on, the citizens will become unhappy and they will eventually revolt. And then I really do like that they are trying to stay out of international conflict and maintain security at home, as opposed to getting involved. So this is actually part one of a two-part presentation. My partner, Brett Johnson, he did government and economics and part of resource management and another revolution as well. One thing I did want to mention was that their economy is booming right now, which is something that's kind of unheard of in the world right now due to the recessions. So that is something. They're the most successful in terms of economy right now in Europe. And unfortunately, my partner was not able to present either of his parts today or yesterday. He was unavailable. But so those are the four that I covered. Does anyone have any questions or anything?